From the east, house of light, may wisdom dawn in us, so we may see all things in clarity. From the north, house of night, may wisdom ripen in us, so we may see all from within. From the west, house of transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action, so we may do what must be done. From the south, house of the eternal sun, may right action reap the harvest, so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. From above, house of heaven, where star people and ancestors gather, may their blessings come to us now. From below, house of earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies to end all war. From the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. Ayum, Hunabku, Eva Maya, E Maho. Ayum, Hunabku, Eva Maya, E Maho. Ayum, Hunabku, Eva Maya, E Maho.
Purpose Healing. I'm Beata, your host. If this is your first time here, welcome and bienvenido, bonjour, no, bonsoir, buenas noches. We're all over the planet. And these days, the female energy is rising quickly. If you missed my show on Candace, you need to watch that because the symbolism of a Black queen rising as a global number one is all about you and me. You and me rising into our royal position to be number one. Be number one where? In our life, in our mind. That was my message for Candace Owens' news about being number one. There is controversy around this female energy because she was on her early journey, she was conservative. And that really offended people and disturbed people. But here on Soul Purpose Healing, we want to get into the eternal nature of this being. Why are we here? And Candace Owens is here to remind all you females out there that you can be number one too. But it's all about consciousness. So tonight, we're going to raise the consciousness of everyone listening because Ralph Smart has brought a message about what we should expect next year. But even then, I saw this video of a woman talking about the timeline shift. Now, Soul Purpose Healing is all about metaphysical realities, truths, extraterrestrial, all of that can show up. We don't know. I give it all to the Most High to lead and guide us where we need to go because we need to flow. We need to flow. There's no getting stuck in religion. There's no getting stuck in your programmed mind from childhood. This is about flowing with the Spirit of the Most High. So I want to start off tonight with a reminder of the full moon that just passed. That was intense and huge and powerful. Right now, it has been raining in Orlando, where I am, for hours. And I'm talking about heavy rain. And I kept thinking, does this have anything to do with the full moon? Probably, maybe, because the timeline shift is happening. So that's why tonight we're talking about being prepared. That's the topic of our show tonight is what's happening in 2020, what's coming. Ralph Smart is very good at predicting things. I've been following Ralph Smart for many years, and he predicts stuff that happens, you know? That's why I like to go to him in times of questions and uncertainty. What is Ralph Smart saying? Because he's been very accurate in his predictions. But I saw this woman, and I want to just play this, I want to just play this for you to help you relax into this timeline shift that's happening. Because I was really disturbed by all this rain today. I don't know why. I was like, why is it raining so hard and heavy right now? But take a look at this timeline shift happening right now that she's going to talk about.
The energy has been so intense, and December 4th, 2025, this super full moon in Gemini is definitely here to finish out the clearing of karmic cycles from our life. So if you're feeling this in the body, you are having a really challenging feminine cycle. Maybe you're having digestive issues, maybe you're having bowel issues, or just emotional irritability. Part of that is connected to this energetic pivot that we are being set up for by the universe. I always say that the universe never makes a mistake, and that what we need to do is pay attention to the way that the pivots and the energy is starting to shift. Very specifically, the universe wants us to have a clean slate by the start of January. We are finishing off the lessons. We are recalibrating for a new season and a new year. I know a lot of people will tell you that right after this full moon, we are going to go back to normal, but there is no going back to normal. This is a very important year that we're about to embark on. And it really comes down to your energetic field being open and being in a place of connectiveness so that you are creating from a place of love and that you're not stuck in victimhood or fear. I love to draw inspiration from indigenous practices, and the Iroquois as well as the Algonquin people would oftentimes take advantage of the last full moon of the year to come together as a family and focus on storytelling. And whether you are tight with your family or clan, or you are simply solo at this point, I want you to focus on the stories that you've been telling yourself and the personal mythology that you have created out of the entire life that you've experienced up to this point. My bigger question for you is, who would you become if you were to simply let the emotional weight of everything that you have experienced, if you let the pain go? Where would you start to navigate? What would you start to do differently? How would freedom look in your life if it were miraculously granted with you, to you, along with, let's say, having the opportunity to do anything that didn't bring up fear? What would you do differently? That's the question that you will be having to answer for 2026, is how do you face the fear, realize it wasn't anything to be scared of really to begin with, and then do it anyhow?
So that's the question for all of us tonight as we come together collectively to tell our stories. You're welcome to tell your stories. If you want to phone in, let me know. I'll put my phone in the chat. But we're here to collectively tell our stories, think about our stories. And I thought about a story today that said will help us get into Ralph Smart's words about 2026. I am on several Facebook groups to share my knowledge about the body temple. Okay. So there was a woman who posted a picture of a spot on her breast. She had a spot on her breast, and most of us were saying, looks like a third nipple. I've had a third nipple all my life, believe it or not. Don't want to get too graphic, and it doesn't cause pain or anything. So most of us were saying that. Then there was this one woman who says, oh my goodness, you probably should go see a doctor, and you probably should go have a mammogram. It's like, oh, when I read that, I said, oh my goodness. Now, why was I triggered or irritated by that statement? Because as I've been talking about on my Friday show, Health and Wellbeing with Beata, the sick care system is collapsing. So if we don't find other tools to diagnose what's going on in here, or find a med bed, because med beds are here, they're already here, where you lay in a tube and it scans your body and tells exactly what's going on. This woman on this Facebook page, there's no way you can possibly know what's going on inside the breast, so you have to have a mammogram. It's like, really? Okay. I finally had to say, I want to agree to disagree with you, sweetheart. And she's 40 years old, so she's old enough to be my daughter. But she thought she had enough experience and education to tell everybody, you probably want to get a mammogram. Okay, so here we are, Soul Purpose Healing. I want everybody to tune in to 2026. Mammograms will probably not be around in 2026 because med beds are replacing the whole system. Okay, we got it? And I want you to be prepared. So being prepared means, yes, you can diagnose tumors in your breasts. It's called pain. And there are ways to discern the emotional intelligence that you have not had that has caused these out of balance situations in your body. So just stick with me. Friday mornings, Health and Wellbeing with Beata, and Sunday night, we'll help you get through this transition we're going through in 2026, where you probably won't have a mammogram to tell you that your breasts are out of balance. It'll be a whole different ballgame. So let's get into Ralph Smart's World 2026 World Prediction, which is really about AI technology on steroids, probably. Okay, that's where we're going. And one woman, when I suggested, some people come on these Facebook groups about asking questions about their health as if we're doctors. So there's a lot of experience on these groups. And some of them come on asking really technical questions of a sort. And it really comes down to them just going into meditation and breathing, breath work. So let's all take a deep breath, practicing what is going to lead us through 2026. Deep breathing one more time. Let's take a deep breath together. This is what's going to help us get through the challenges of 2026 that are going to be a big adjustment. Baby boomers, by the way, I saw this information, are the one group that has gone through more technology changes than any other generation. Of course we have, because some of us born in 1930, 40, 50s, we've gone from dial tones to TVs with antennas and all those things to Dick Tracy phones now, and no dial tones at all, but the gadget in our hand. So we've gone through a lot, and I want to encourage my boomers, don't stop now. Just keep adjusting, keep adjusting, keep adjusting. One of my dads, he's on the other side of here. My dad's favorite classes was the psychology of adjustments. And at the end of his 95 years, he was using a tablet. You can imagine, he's born in 1924. Imagine all the little technology that he knew in 1924, but at the end of his life, his tablet was his best friend. Okay, he was reading on his tablet and everything. So boomers, get ready, get ready, get ready. We got to help each other and the younger generation to understand you don't have to be depending on the sick care system anymore. It's time to go within. Go within. So let's listen to Ralph Smart take us through the world 2026 world predictions. What's coming and how we can adjust and survive, basically.
2026 world predictions. What's coming? You won't believe it. Deep divers, I said 2026 world predictions. What's coming? You won't believe it. Look, every single year, I give you these predictions, which are going to come in the following year. And we got a whole lot to talk about. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. Let's breathe. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Raising the frequency, raising the vibration, sending you all tons of good ass energy. Take that, take that, take that. The cat down the road said you received it. Hey, deep divers. It's time to talk about the 2026 world predictions. What's coming? You won't believe it. So in 2019, I predicted everything that would happen in 2020, the lockdowns, the pandemic. I predicted it. And a lot of people said, gosh, Ralph, how did you know what was coming? Did you have a crystal ball? And I said, no, deep divers, I didn't have a crystal ball. I had the cat down the road, who is the oracle, who told me what was going to happen. I'm an intuitive Pisces. I'm a 33. And I get these downloads about everything that's going to unfold and happen in the future. And 2026 is the year of revelation. So much is going to happen. Deep divers. The information I'm going to share with you in this video is not only going to blow your mind, it's going to make you aware, get you prepared, and help you become ready for everything that's going to unfold in 2026. I want all of you right now, deep divers, to smash the like button if you support The Real. Share the video, subscribe to the channel. Once again, hit the like button right now if you support The Real, because we got a whole lot to talk about. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So deep divers, what came to me during these downloads? 2026 world predictions. What's coming? You won't believe it. Let's start with the good news. The good news is, deep divers, tens of millions of people will awaken like they have never awakened before in 2026. Because 2026 is symbolic of revelations. The hidden is coming to light, and people are going to have clarity like they've never ever had before. A lot of people right now on the planet can feel like something isn't quite right. And therefore, in 2026, people all around the world are going to come together. They're going to put aside their egos, their petty differences, and they're going to realize the truth of one humanity. It's going to be amazing. It's already happening. But in 2026, it's going to go to the next level. That's the good news. There is going to be a massive awakening. People are going to realize that actually we are all the same consciousness in a different time and space. I'm excited, deep divers. 2026, world predictions, what's coming, you won't believe it. Now, let's talk about this, deep divers. Let's talk about how AI is already on the rise. You see, in 2026, your iPhone is going to be on its last legs. Your Android is going to be on its last legs. What am I talking about? You see, they already have technology, holograms, an AI companion. What I'm telling you, deep divers, is that in 2026, your iPhone is going to become obsolete. There might only be a few versions of the iPhone left. But you're going to see the introduction in 2026 of what I call the AI companion. And a company is going to introduce it. It's going to be a hologram inside of your living room, an AI companion. And you're going to see more and more people who are going to have these in their homes. These AI companions, they're going to go everywhere with you. There's also going to be a rise of humanoids in people's homes. Elon Musk went on Joe Rogan and he said, hey, I've got a big announcement to make at the end of December. And in my mind, it's all about 2026, an unveiling of a humanoid robot that's really going to be inside of your home, right? Optimus. Deep divers, 2026 world predictions. What's coming? You won't believe it. Already right now on the planet, it's very hard to discern between reality and illusion. In other words, when I go on TikTok, I don't know if it's a real video or artificial intelligence. In 2026, it's going to be practically impossible to distinguish reality from illusion. Already, it's hard to tell. But in 2026, AI is going to look like reality. Mark my words. Another AI prediction for 2026 is that many people are going to live through their AI digital avatar. It's already happening on these apps. But in 2026, you're going to see it go to a whole new level where a lot of people are going to have a digital avatar which they live through, a second life. Deep divers, 2026, world predictions. What's coming? You won't believe it. So AI is on the rise. A lot of jobs are going to be replaced by AI. It's already happening, but even more so in 2026. Be aware of that, deep divers. You've got massive tech companies cutting jobs left, right, and center. In 2026, you are also going to have human beings who are going to merge like you've never seen with artificial intelligence. This is going to be the start of a massive wave of human integration with artificial intelligence. It will be a part of you. People will wear it. They will walk with it. They will sleep with it. They will, in essence, become it. Deep divers, 2026 world predictions. What's coming? You won't believe it. Now, before we continue, deep divers, let me just tell you about this, okay? Let's go. I'm excited. Feel alive too. Unlock your infinite power. There's secret recipe to becoming your...
Pause here because he's doing a little commercial. But we are headed for a class called The Psychology of Adjustments. This was my dad's favorite class. So that's where we're all headed. This is why I think we're going to all be so connected, so unified in 2026, because this is a strange new world that we're entering in 2026. So I'm excited because we don't really have a lot of choices as far as the advancement of AI and all these things that are the holograms. So let us keep in mind that together we can conquer anything. And I got a text from my brother Eddie. He said all of these words, starting with 2026, we're looking at the number 1. Awakening 1, reset 1, know 1, self 1, stand 1, united 1, creator 1, sound 1, and frequency 1. And what that says to me, it's all in universal divine order. 1, we are going to be so unified in 2026. I'm so excited. That's what's going to happen. Let's continue.
Deep divers, you won't believe it. So a massive global awakening. More people will break out of old systems, choosing consciousness, simplicity, and real human connection over distractions. This is all unfolding in 2026. So it's already started. But let me tell you this, deep divers, right now, all around the world, especially in the West, there is what I call the Exodus. I was born in the United Kingdom, went to university in London, and I speak to my friends. They're like, Ralph, I want to leave London. I'm getting out of here. And a lot of people are doing that. And in 2026, you're going to see a lot of people leave these European cities. There's going to be a massive exodus.
And there's also a massive exodus from the United States. So he's so on point about not just UK and Europe, but United States people are leaving. They can't afford to live here.
Like you've never ever seen before. And it's already started. But in 2026, you are going to see it like you've never ever seen it before. You're going to see people literally massive queues in airports, and a lot of people really doing their best to get out as quick as they can because they know that shit's about to hit the fan. 2026 world predictions. What's coming? You won't believe it. Deep divers, you're going to see more and more people living off the land, getting off grid. You're going to see more and more people with mobile homes. You're going to see it in 2026. A lot of people are going to be digital nomads.
And this has already been happening this year. I've paid attention to a lot of these nomads. This has already been happening in 2025. So it looks like it's going to increase even more.
Like you've never ever seen it in 2026. because a lot of people are realizing that actually the world is becoming more censored, more surveillance, is turning into an Orwellian nightmare, Big Brother, digital IDs. And a lot of people are like, actually, screw this. I'm going to Thailand. I'm going off grid, going back to Africa, going to South America. A lot of people are leaving. That's going to be a key theme of 2026. A lot of people are moving somewhere in 2026. A lot of people are going to be selling everything and leaving. It's happening, deep divers. 2026. World predictions. What's coming? You won't believe it. Another recession, Ralph? Something like that. Prepare yourself right now, deep divers, for a coming economic crash. For a coming economic crash. Now, a lot of people right now already are realizing that actually the markets are looking a little bit shaky, baby. A lot of people right now are realizing that actually there could be another recession. There could be a repeat of 2008. And therefore, a lot of people are starting to invest in hard assets, silver, gold, cryptocurrency. But even that, a lot of people are like saying, actually, Bitcoin might crash. But a lot of people are investing in gold and silver, right? Because they're aware that an economic crash is coming. It's looming. It's on the horizon. And this happens with hyperinflation. It happens with wars. 2026 world predictions. What's coming? You won't believe it. We're talking about another war. There's already a war, Ralph. I know there are wars all over the world, in the Congo, in Sudan, Russia, Ukraine. But you see, in 2026, other countries are going to get involved, especially in everything that's happening with Russia and Ukraine. NATO is going to get involved. The US is going to get involved. It's going to be Russia against the world. And already in Germany, they have the military are getting ready. In Poland, in Sweden, it's happening all around Europe. They're getting ready for a war. And in 2026, there is going to be a big war where other countries are going to get involved with this Russia and Ukraine situation. Prepare yourself now. Now, 2026, world predictions. What's coming, deep divers? You won't believe it. So, because of potential economic crashing, an economic crash, there is going to be riots on the street in major cities. I predict a riot in 2026 like you've never seen. Because the citizens of these cities are unhappy. They're unhappy about immigration. They're unhappy about the state of affairs. And you're going to see a lot of revolts in 2026. Even in the US, you might even potentially see a civil war. Now, there is the World Cup happening right now in 2026, right? And my prediction is that there's going to be an event in the World Cup in the US that's going to be bigger than the World Cup. I said there's going to be an event in the 2026 World Cup in the US that's actually going to be bigger than the World Cup. It could be a terrorist event. Something is going to happen. Pay attention. 2026, deep divers. World predictions. What's coming? You won't believe it. So yes, there is going to be a potential World War III, where other countries are going to get involved with this Russia and Ukraine. But there are also going to be more natural disasters. You already saw what happened in Jamaica with a hurricane. There's going to be another one of those. Pay attention. And this is the reason why, I mean, like in Thailand, they were having like huge flooding in November. Now I know it's rainy season, but it's never ever happened like that before. In 2026, you're going to see hurricanes happen, wildfires happen. Pay attention. Deep Divers 2026 world predictions. What's coming? You won't believe it. Now I told you. I got some good news for you, Deep Divers. There is going to be a union between man and woman like you've never seen before. A twin flame reunion. A deeper connection of intimacy, which means into me. Surface relationships are coming to an end. And in 2026, what you're going to see are more people having authentic connections and more people having authentic relationships and having soul connections. Soul connections are going to be on the rise in 2026. Soul connections are going to be on the rise in 2026. You know, I'm sapiosexual, right? Which means I'm attracted to intellect, right? And you're going to see more of those connections in 2026. Deep Divers 2026 world predictions. What's coming? You won't believe it. So you see, in 2026, you're going to see more biometric scans, more digital IDs, and less cash. Already cash is becoming obsolete. Well, in 2026, it's going to be really obsolete. You're going to go somewhere, they're going to be like, I don't accept cash, but I accept your facial recognition. You're going to see this in 2026, where a lot of people are going to be using biometric scans for everything. And everything is going to be monitored, tracked, and traced. And this is all about ushering in the digital. This is all about ushering in the digital ID. Pay attention. Deep Divers 2026 world predictions. What's coming? You won't believe it. Now, the creator economy is going to be booming in 2026. I'm talking about streamers who are going to be like rock stars. It's already happening. You got people like iShowSpeed living like a rock star. 2026 is about creators, content creators, taking it to the next level. And you're seeing the rise, especially in 2026, of the creator economy. Already, a lot of people are leaving their 9-to-5 and saying, you know what, actually, I want to be a streamer. You're going to see more of that in 2026. Mark my words. So the creator economy is on the rise. 2026 world predictions. What's coming, Deep Divers? You won't believe it. A lot of people are going to be living in the metaverse. They got their headset on and they're going to be in the metaverse. You're going to see that more. You're going to see more of that in 2026, where a lot of people will live there happily. Okay, pay attention to that. Deep Divers 2026 world predictions. What's coming? Deep Divers. You won't believe it. The Epstein files are going to be released. I said the Epstein files will be released. You're going to start to see what happens behind closed doors. You're going to start to see who really runs things on this planet. It's all coming out. It's all going to be exposed in 2026. You're going to realize that actually a few people control billions of people. And you're going to start to learn who these people are. Deep Divers 2026 world predictions. What's coming? You won't believe it. People's eyes are opening like never before. And I told you, the good news is that a huge shift is happening. People are starting to unite, while alternatively, a lot of people will unite with machine, the AI. So there is going to be a greater 3D, 5D split, which I've been speaking about happen in 2026. But all in all, deep divers, focus on what you want 2026 to be for you, and it will manifest. If you're ready for that, I want all of you right now to smash the like button if you support The Real, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Once again, hit the like.
So that is the message for all of us. Focus. What do you want? With all those changes coming about, the psychology of adjustments is like stirring up. Our brain has got to be, wants to be prepared for all these changes. But what do you want? This is a great opportunity for us to focus on what we want, and it'll manifest, because the energy, as she said in the beginning, is high right now. And it's not going to be like New Year's resolutions. It's like manifestation. So I'm going to play Earth My Body, Water My Blood, for us to just take a moment to meditate on what you really want out of all these changes. What do you really need? What do you want? I know what I want. And I have been sending that message to the cosmos, to the universe, and I'm already seeing bits and pieces of that happening. So let us just take a moment to breathe in the idea that we can manifest whatever we want out of all of that chaos, all of that confusion, maybe out of all of that information. We can still because if you're focusing on Earth My Body, Water My Blood, Breath, we are dynamic, powerful creatures. Let's just breathe in. Breathe in. My body is healed, healthy.
Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath and fire my spirit. I like to sing to the earth, I like to hold her. She likes to sing to me, she likes to hold me. I like to sing to the earth, I like to hold her.
Breathe in, breathe in.
She likes to sing to me, she likes to hold me. I carry fistfuls of leaves. I make love to the breeze. I carry fistfuls of bones. I trust they will lead me home. I carry grief on my wings. I know why caged birds sing. Through many turns of this moon, my women have suffered wounds. But my grandmother's with me. Close your eyes, can't you see? And my grandchildren are here. The rose, the crow, and the deer. I am surrounded by light, the light of stories. I need to quiet my mind, I need to listen. We are surrounded by light, the light of stories. We need to quiet our minds, we need to listen.
Let us just
earth my body, water my body, air my breath.
Every cell in our body is healed, healthy, strong, and full of love and light. Breathe that in, breathe that in. Every cell in my body is healed, healthy, strong, and full of love and light. And that's the attitude that will get you through 2026 in prosperity, in joy, and in health, and renewed gratitude, renewed gratitude. So thank you all for joining me tonight. I just wanted us to think about this month is going fast, so fast, and 2026 will be here before we know it. And it's just a number, because the real calendar, it goes on 4 days a week or 5 days a week, and it goes on to a different number system. But 2026 is a 1, and we're going to be seeing that number all year. And it's the 1 is all about unity, unity. So keep that in mind. As Ralph Smart said, we're going to see more soulmates coming together. We're going to see more connectiveness, because all that technology, I think, is going to force us to keep balance in our lives so we don't go crazy, with all this newness. So let's see. I don't see any comments other than thank you, Eddie Harris, for your comments, for your numbers. Mama AZ was on her way back from someplace in Arizona, but I don't see her calling in. If there's any comments, how are you guided this day to manifest your needs? That's the question we want to leave here with. What are you going to be manifesting in 2026? Because the energy is prime for you as a human being, earth your body, water your blood, to manifest whatever your brain decides you want or need. Okay, so let's see, we got brother, that's Kwame says, thank us. All right, thank us. And that's where we are going in 2026, united spirits. No matter what AI brings to us, it's going to be, thank us, united spirits, united souls coming together to navigate these changes. And for baby boomers, nothing new. We've been through all these other changes, just a piece of cake. That's how I see it. Okay. So we're going to get out of here. It's like raining like crazy here. It's going to be good sleeping weather, if nothing else. But everybody, namaste to my yogi friends, and Sat Nam. Ashe, Ashe, O to all you beautiful brothers and sisters. And Aho, Aho to my native brothers and sisters. And we say shalom. Stay in peace and joy.